Colourpop comes out with a ton of products, right? I think they nailed it on the head this time, and coming out with the Winnie the Pooh collection is just, I'm just so excited about this. Welcome back to my channel. If you love makeup as much as I do, then you are in the right place. My name is Kara, and I am makeup obsessed. Again, Colourpop came out with their Winnie the Pooh collection, which is, everybody knows who Winnie the Pooh is. So, so dear, so, so cute. I had to pick up some products. I picked up the eyeshadow palette along with a highlighter. That's all I was really interested in the entire collection, but I had to get something because the shades in this palette are beautiful. They're gorgeous. And Winnie the Pooh, who doesn't love Winnie the Pooh? In the collection, they came out with a palette, a couple highlighters, a couple shock shadows, and then a couple lip products like they normally would in a collection that gets released. For today's video, we're gonna be trying out the product and doing a tutorial and a review on it, as well as the highlighter. Here is the palette, the Winnie the Pooh palette. Before I show you the palette, I wanna read to you real quick what the website says about this palette. It says, this sweet as honey exclusive Disney Winnie the Pooh palette includes a soft mix of honey tones, sage, pink, gold, and a dash of warm chocolate and wine. It features their ultra pigmented blendable pressed powders with shimmering metallic matte sparkle and creamy matte finishes. It's long wearing, applies evenly, and feels super velvety. It's a limited edition palette, and what's a little bit different about this palette is the pans. The pans are shaped like honeycombs. So here is the packaging. How adorable is that detail? I mean, I bought this for the packaging. I'm not gonna lie. And then here is the back. It shows you all of the shades. And then when you take the palette out, it's exactly like the packaging. It's just utterly adorable. And then the back is, again, the same, showing you what the shades are. So this is my first time actually opening the products. I just got them today in the mail, so I jumped on here to show you guys. And so this is a real first impression, and I am impressed. I absolutely am in love with these shades. So here are the beautiful shades. How pretty are they? And then it doesn't have a mirror. It just has this detail right here. And what it says right here, it says, little things are beautiful too. Flowers are such friendly things. I mean, how cute is that? I mean, it's so adorable. I cannot get over how cute this is. So I can't find a shelf life on this, but this palette goes for $18, which right now it is sold out. So if you are interested in this palette, make sure you go on Colourpop's website and put in your email for you to get notified when this palette comes back in stock, because that's the only place that you're going to be able to get it from. But it is $18 and it's made in the USA. I don't know what the shelf life is. I didn't mention the palette name. The palette name is Sweet As Can Be. Now I'm going to show you the Super Shock highlight, which I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger than this because these are the size of their Super Shock shadows. I thought the highlighter was going to be a little bit bigger, but no big deal. So here is the packaging for that. Again, so adorable. And that detail, I'm trying to get it so my ring light isn't hitting it, but that detail is just gorgeous. The shade I got is called Silly Old Bear. And then here is what the highlighter is going to come in. It's your typical Super Shock shadow type packaging. And then on the back, it just tells you what shade you have. This shade is called Silly Old Bear. So I'm going to read you real quick what it says on their website about the highlighter. It says, the BFF of our iconic Super Shock shadows, this cream to powder cheek formula features our unique bouncy texture for a touch of glow that lasts all day. It delivers serious glow. Build your highlights to your heart's desire. Use fingertips for more intense shimmer or a brush for a softer and airbrushed effect. And this goes for $10, and it is also made in the USA. So what we're first going to do is we're going to swatch all these products. I'm going to swatch the highlighter first, and then we will swatch the palette. This is super soft. It feels just like their Super Shock shadows. And then here is that on the finger. And then that is the swatch, which is very beautiful. The highlighter swatch, it's kind of like a yellow gold type color. So now let's swatch the palette. You have Smackaroo. Think, Honey Tree, Sing Ho, Make Believe, Pooh Bear, Oh Bother, Best Friends, Rumbly, In My Tumbly. So here are all the swatches, which I think they swatched pretty nicely. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to apply the highlighter first. So I zoomed you in, and it said on the website if you wanted a more dramatic effect, go in with your fingers, and then a more airbrushed effect, go in with a brush. So I'm going to do one on each side. I'm going to do my fingers on one and then a brush on the other so we could see how the differences are. So I'm just going to go right in with my finger like this, and we're going to tap it on first, I guess. Oh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. Look at that. I love how the highlighter is like shining kind of yellow. It's probably hard to pick up on camera, but in person, it's very beautiful. On the other side, I'm gonna go in with a brush. So I'm just gonna kind of, I guess, swirl it around, and then we're just gonna put it on. Okay, I can see what they're talking about. So it's still very pretty, but it's more muted than the other side. I absolutely love that you can go in with your finger and get a more blinged look, or you can go in with a brush and get more, I mean, it's still a bright highlighter, but get more of a subtle, kind of blends in with your skin look. But both sides, I think, are very pretty, and depending on how the look comes out, I might be using this as an inner corner highlight. So without further ado, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and do one eye off camera because I don't know what kind of look I'm gonna do yet. So I'm gonna go do one eye, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll do the other eye together. All right, so here is the look. It's gonna look a lot better once we get lashes and stuff on. I did try and go around the theme of Winnie the Pooh and everything, and I think it looks really pretty. I can't wait to get lashes on and see the final look. So let's get started on this eye. So I am priming my eyes with the Rare Beauty eye primer, and then I put just a little bit of powder over top of it. All right, so the first shade we're going to go into is Smackaroo. And then I am just putting that in my crease, and I'm gonna use this as a transition shade. I can definitely say that this is Colourpop's typical formula. They blend out very nicely. They are buildable. I am also running that same shade along my entire lower lash line. Next, I'm gonna go into the shade Think, and I'm gonna use that to just kind of blend over top of that transition shade that I put down. Then I'm taking a little bit more of Smackaroo and just kind of putting the color back into my crease. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Best Friends, and that's gonna go on my outer lid and up into my outer crease. And I am gonna go into the shade a few times to build up this color. When most of the color is off my brush, I am gonna go about halfway into my lower crease. I'm also going to take that shade on my lower lash line, but just like on the outer third of my lower lash line. I'm going back to the brush where I used the yellow shade. I'm not going to put any more color on the brush, but I'm going to use that and just kind of blend over everything on top. I'm also going to take that yellow shade called Think 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 and run it along my lower lash line. Now I'm going to go into the shade Make Believe, and that is going across my lid where there is no shadow. Now I did go in first with a brush and then I went in with my finger after. You can skip the brush if you want and just go right in with your finger. That's up to you. See with your finger how it just makes that shimmer pop a little bit more? You can also get the same effect by putting the shadow on your brush and then spraying your brush with like a setting spray. I'm also going to take a little bit of Oh Bother and I'm just going to put that over top of that yellow shade. And I also took that Make Believe shade and put it on my lower lash line, but like on the inner third. Took a little bit more of Best Friends just to kind of touch up the outer corner. And then I took the Super Shock highlighter and used that as my inner corner highlight. And I also put a little bit on the tail like end of my brow. And that's it. So let me go do lashes and everything and I'll be back and show you the finished look. And then I'll tell you my thoughts about these products. All right, I am back. Let me show you the finished look. I think the look came out really good. I really like it. I think it's so pretty. And I didn't even use all of the shades. I only used like 4 shades. And there's other shades in here that is going to give so many more looks and different types of looks. Like you're not going to get the same look over and over and over again. You're going to get different looks with this palette. I love this palette. I'm so happy that Colourpop came out with the Winnie the Pooh palette. I think right now, this is one of my favorite Colourpop palettes. I don't know. I love this palette. Absolutely recommend it. It is great for the summertime. It's great for the spring. It gives such pretty looks. I'm in love. I'm just in love with this eyeshadow look right now. I really am. I don't know if you like it as much as I do, but I'm just in love. The highlighter's nice as well. I actually really like the highlighter. I love that it gives kind of like a yellow tone to it. And I like that, I mean, this side is just, it looks like it's part of my skin. Like, I don't know if it looks like that on camera, but in the mirror, it just looks like my skin is glowing. And for 10 bucks, this thing's gonna last forever. It's super soft. Like, you gotta be careful because it is super soft. Like, you could see the scrape marks from me and using the brush, but I mean, it's super bouncy. I love it. I love both products. I kind of wish now that I purchased the whole collection because if I'm loving these products, I'm probably gonna love the rest of the products. So I'm kind of sad I didn't get the rest of the products, but it is what it is. But I absolutely recommend the palette and I recommend the highlighter. They do have another highlighter shade. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the difference is, but Silly Old Bear, is that what it's called? Yeah, Silly Old Bear. is a good one. Make sure you get this palette when you can, when it comes back in stock, because this is something that you're gonna cherish, just because of it's Winnie the Pooh. Who doesn't love Winnie the Pooh? So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will link everything down in the description box below, the collection, the products, as well as everything else that's on my face that I'm wearing. So yeah, so make sure you subscribe, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.